and whatever. So, all right, let's get started. So everybody finding, first of all, did you like how I did the tape where I where I spaced it so that you could repeat after and all of that? Did that help?
Yes.
Okay, good. That was Alice's suggestion. So thanks, Alice. All right, so I'll do that from now on. And I already started looking at what I could teach, what you guys will know before Pesach, so that the class before Pesach will actually spend reading these things and finding them, and we'll get your Haggadahs and we'll find them in your Haggadah, and so that you can kind of post it or mark it or something, so you can, say it at your Seder. I have a couple of things that I think we'll be done with by then. Okay, so here we go. Any questions before we start the next page, which is page 20? And if I could find my mouse, there it is. I could pull it up. Okay, any questions or? Okay, good. All right, so page 20, our new letter is Y. And we've seen this letter before because we have seen it as part of A or E, right? After A or after E, like on page, here we go, page 8. Page 8, we learned the E vowel, and if there's a yud after it, it's still E, right? So we know that, but it acts as kind of like the Y does in English. It acts as a consonant and a vowel together. So line 1 would be, I'll read this one. It's ye, yay, yeah, ya, ya, yo. Right? Last week, did we learn last week the O? No, it was 2 weeks ago we learned the O. So, okay, so who wants to do line 2? Who wants to be our first volunteer of the day? Or should I just call on you like I always do? All right, Lila, go ahead, line 2.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yo, yo, yeah, yeah. Yell, yellow.
L.
L.
Yeah, I don't know
L.
why they threw that in there. There's no yud in it, but I think they want you to remember last week.
Elyo, El, Yom.
Perfect.
Yom. El Yom.
Yep, El Yom. Terry,
Yom.
line 3.
Yo. Yok. Yosh. Yam. Yom, I guess I should say.
Yep, Yom, good.
Yomi.
Perfect. Beth, line 4.
Yale, Yech, Yam, Yam, Yer, Yet, Yesh.
Perfect. Lucero, line 5.
Yal. Ya. Oh, yil, yeh,
Yach.
yam. Huh? Yeh. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yam. Yam. Yummy. Yamim. La air. Lair. Oh, yair.
Ya'ar,
Yaar. Yeah.
right? It's both the ahs.
Yeah, yaar.
Good. Alice, line 6.
Yell, Yallel, Yech, Yem, Yet, Yesh, Layim.
Perfect. Okay, Lila, line 7.
Lil, Yich, Yim, Yit, Ish, Yamim.
Mayim.
Mayim,
Right, you flip those two. Okay,
Mayim,
Terry, line 8.
Yom. Yamim. Im.
Mhm.
Yalot.
Perfect.
Yarot.
Perfect. Perfect. Beth, line 9.
Yoch, Yosh, Yol, Yom, Yom Yom.
You're getting the easy lines today. Beth.
I know, I'm still struggling with the last word of the last line, so.
Oh, it's Ye'arot.
Yeah, yeah, so it's got no vowel under it, it's just like a,
Yeah,
it's
right.
got nothing on it. Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. And the resh, the r, t. You don't need vowels because the middle letter is a vowel. Right?
yeah,
It's o. So,
Yeah.
right.
Thank you.
Okay. Lucero, line 10.
El. Eli, but what is that?
That's Elio.
Elio, Elio, Elohim, no. Elon,
Eliom.
Elion.
Yep.
Okay.
And that last one's the same.
Uh-huh.
So that's tough. It's tough. And it's having to figure out, and I'm gonna go back to the very first page of the book, and I'm gonna share my screen. In the first page of the book, the difference between Aleichem and Elyon, right? When one of these, it's a vowel, it complements the vowel, and one of them, it's actually a consonant, right? It's very confusing. So you just have to look at it to see, you know, like you have to, and again, if you pronounce this one, Aleichem, like the y is there in that A, right? And the same thing if it was an E, if you overpronounce the Y, the y sound, it's not going to make or break you. But it is confusing when it's complements a vowel and when it's its own consonant, like in Elyon, where it's its own consonant. Okay, so hopefully, I will probably, I already wrote that down. I'll probably tape that page because it is so, so many different vowels it goes with. It kind of, it takes on the same thing, but it's a little bit difficult. Okay, page 21. This is a nun sofit, meaning this is a final letter. So you're only going to see this letter at the end of a word, and it's pronounced N, okay, like the letter N. And I am going to, let me see what page this is. I'm going to share my screen again for 1 second because I want to show you. I know participants can see. I want them to see. Okay. It tells me every time I do this. So skipping ahead to page 24, you see there is a letter when it's in the middle of the word, but when it's at the end of the word, it looks like this. Okay, these are the same letter, right? But like I said, we have the capital, but it's really at the end of the word. Okay, so we'll get there, probably not tonight, but I wanted to give you that kind of foreshadowing, right? So I'll read the first line and then I'll just start calling on you guys as I always do. Let me stop my screen so that you guys could see me and I could see you. Okay. First line is n,
Mm,
cane, lean, mean, sheen, ron, ten, tain, hain, and hen. Okay. I think we were up to Lucero, right? Line 2.
Okay. Amain, amen. Okay. Amain. Yummy. Yummy. Oh, you say yummy?
Yamin, right? You had it right the first time.
Okay. Yamin. Ain. Ain. Shane. Shane. Chin.
Sheen, right. I'm trying to see. Okay. At the bottom of the page, right? Let's skip to the bottom for a second, lines 8 and 9. The last word on line 8, Elyon, is of noon, right? The first line, the first word on line 9 is mimelech. See how kind of similar they are? The nun has a very little bar at the top, but the chaf has a longer bar at the top,
Yes, yeah.
right? So that's the difference you're looking for when you're looking at the nun, is this little tiny bar, whereas the chaf is a bigger bar, right? So let me share a whiteboard with you. And even though my handwriting is not good, the nun would be something like this. And the chaf is much more pronounced, right? And again, this is the line. Whoops. If I have an aleph, it would be here, right? Because that's where like the line is. So it goes below the line, first of all. The nun has a very small top, and the chaf has a bigger. Okay. And also depending on the book you're using, right? The Siddur or the book you're using, you know, here the nun is a little bit, the line, the shaft part of it, for lack of a better word, that shaft part of it, this one's fancy, right? Where it kind of curves in, whereas the chaf is just straight. It's not always that way in the book, in different Siddurim. So just be aware of that. Okay, Alice, line 3, page 21, line 3 is where we're at.
Hamon, Hamon, Amen, Amen, Yamin, Yamin, Yitain, Yitain.
Perfect. All right, Lila, line 4.
Yan, yin, yon, yom, yom, yon.
Perfect. Terry, line 5.
L, 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 L,
Elyo.
Elyo, Elyo, L, Yon, L, Lone,
Elyon. It's hard.
Elyon, Elyon, Elyon.
Right. Beautiful. Beth, line 6.
Malachi, Elyon, Malachei Elyon, Malachei Elyon.
Perfect. Lucero, line 7.
Malachei Hasharet Malachei Elyon.
Yeah. All right, Alice, line 8.
Shalom Aleichem Malachei Hasharet Malachei Elyon.
Perfect. And Lila, finish it up.
Mi melech malchei hamlachim.
Right. So now let's go back to page 1. I'll share my screen. So if you don't want to flip in your book. So we now know this entire first line. Shalom Aleichem Malachei Hasharet Malachei Elyon. What else do we know? I think we know Mimelech Malchei Amlachim. So we know almost everything. We've got, 3 more letters and we'll know or 4 more letters and we'll know everything in this first line. So we're getting there. We are getting there. All right. All right. I'm going to flip back to page 22. Okay. So we have a new letter. It's B. Okay. Now, this is another one of those letters that, or actually, right, like the shin, where you have a dot here or a dot there, the bet, if it has a dot in it, it makes one sound, which is B, like our B. If it doesn't have it in it, and I'm going to find the page because it's not far away. Where are we? It's coming up. It's coming up. Here we go. If it doesn't have the vowel, oops, didn't share my screen. That was my bad. I'm going to share my screen. When we get to page 40, right? We're only on page 22. When we get to page 40 is when they show you that without the dot inside, it says a V. Okay. So again, we'll learn it, but for now, just know that it matters in this letter if there's a dot or not. Some words it matters, some letters it matters, some letters it doesn't. This letter, it matters whether there is a dot inside. So this is B. I'll read the first line and then let me just look here. Okay, I'll read the first line. B, bay, be, ba, bo. Okay. Terry, you want to do line 2?
Bo. Chi.
Mhm.
Boli. Me. She. T.
Okay, Beth, line 3.
O, bo, boa, bo, a, chim. Oh, boachim.
Boachem.
Oh, boachem.
Yeah, all good.
Chem.
Perfect. Now, Beth did not fall into the trap that some people fall into. I'm going to share my screen again. On this, it's bo. This is bo-a. The second one is bo-a. This is bo. Because there's no vowel under here, so Aleph doesn't make a sound. Right? It's tricky, but you didn't fall into it. I'm so proud. All right, Lucero, line 4.
Bo, boi, boi, yeah. Boi, boi.
Perfect. All right. Alice, line 5.
Bo, bo, boa, bo, achem, boachem.
And it loops
Well,
around. So those, yeah.
Boachem. Le shalom.
Perfect. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Lila, line 6.
Boachem, Lashalom, Malachi, Hashalom, Malachi, Elyon.
There you go. Does this all sound familiar? Terry, line 7.
Boachem. The shalom. Malachi. Hashalom. Malachi. Elyon.
That's line 8.
Mi melech malachei hamalachim.
Perfect. Lucero, line 9.
Shalom, Aleichem, Malachi, Hasharet,
Uh-huh.
Malachi, Elyon.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So we have learned 3 letters today. Are we feeling? Oh, sorry, Alice, line 10. Finish it up. Sorry.
Nimelech malchei hamlachim.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay. Are we feeling like this is a lot for today that we learned 3 letters? Do we want to go learn one more?
Yeah,
Let's learn one more if we
One
can.
more? Okay.
that's the next one.
Let's
Ooh,
learn one more. Okay.
oh, it's a vowel.
These are 2 vowels. Okay. And this is ooh. So remember we had this letter with the dot on top, and that was oh. This is ooh. So the way I like to teach kids to remember this, and it's a good mnemonic or whatever you want to call it for you, it's a visual mnemonic, is when the dot's on top, it's oh. When the dots, I have to stand up for this. You guys will, you know, good thing I'm wearing pants, huh? when the when it's on top, it's oh. When it's in the middle, it's ooh. So it's like somebody punches you in the stomach and it's ooh. But when somebody hits you on the head, it's oh. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a good mnemonic. And if you think of that character, that Vav, as being a person, it'll be easier to remember. Okay. So that's to remember. Now, what also makes the ooh sound are these 3 dots that go diagonally down. Okay. The good thing is there aren't any other symbols in Hebrew that the diagonal goes a different way or whatever. The only other 3 dot thing is that that thing that looks like therefore in a geometry proof, right? The 2 dots and the one in the middle, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So there's nothing else that you're going to confuse this with, but when it goes down, it's ooh. Okay. So let's do the first 2 lines together because they're fairly easy now that we learned these 2 vowels that are the same sound. Ooh,
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 who,
ooh,
who,
ooh,
loo,
loo,
moo,
moo,
roo,
moo,
shoo,
Shoe.
shoo,
two,
shoo, shoo.
you,
you.
You.
Again, line 2. Ooh,
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 Who,
who,
ooh,
who,
who,
boo,
ooh,
moo,
ooh,
ooh,
to,
shoo,
ooh,
to,
who,
you.
who.
So again, line 1, line 2, all the, that's why I have those lines there because they're the same. The first one in line 1 and the first one in line 2 say ooh, right? You see that parallel they're making for you, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good. A lot of nodding heads. I love it. Okay. Alice, let's do how about line 3?
who, 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 ooh.
Perfect. Lucero, line 4.
Okay. Bar, shar, bar, baruch, baruch, baruch.
Perfect. Beth, line 5.
Ooh, ooh, Ruch, Baruch, Baruch, Baruch.
Beautiful. Now we just learned another word that we know, right? Okay. Terry, line 6.
Who, 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 bar, who, no, yeah, bar
Mhm.
who,
You got it.
bar who, bar who, bar who.
Perfect. Lila, line 7.
Baruch, Baruchu, Baruch, Baruchu, Baruchu, Baruchu,
Right. That second to last is Baruch.
Baruch.
Baruch and Baruch, right?
Right.
So
Yes.
again, you see how you have, remember that, again, let me share my screen. If I could find my mouse, I could share my screen. There we go. This is hu. This is uch.
Mhm.
So like they're showing you in line 3, those are the same letters, but this is in the middle of the word and this is at the end of the word. Right? Makes the same sound, but this is in the middle of the word and this is at the end of the word. So hu or uch. Okay. Okay. Alice, line 8.
Who, who, Baruchu.
Perfect. Lucero. Line 9.
Baruch, um, who, Baruch, Shmo, that's Baruch.
Now, when there's that letter, which
Baruch.
we haven't learned, oh, the hey, but with a little accent there, that means Adonai.
Adonai.
They
Okay.
don't want to write down
Uh-huh.
God's name. So that's how they write it.
Adonai.
Okay. Okay. Beth, line 10.
So it says,
Baruch,
Yeah.
over here at the bottom, it says Hashem. So it says
Right.
one is Adonai and the other one is Hashem.
You could
or-
say Adonai, you could say Hashem, you could say any of God's names for
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
The reason they do it that way is so that if you throw the paper away, you're not throwing away God's name, right? So
Okay.
so you'll see that. Okay. Beth, line 10.
Baruch, Melech, HaOlam, Baruch, Hu, Baruch Hu.
Perfect. Terry, line 11.
Bar who,
That's a tough there. I know the book is a little,
Well, the second letter, is that supposed to be a
it's a
tet?
tough, yeah. The book
Tough.
has like a mark on it. It's it.
Okay, I just couldn't decide what
I
the,
know. It could have looked like a mem. It could have looked, yeah, it is. It's hard.
yeah,
That's
that's
why
sort
I
of
jumped
weird.
in.
Okay,
No
at
worries.
who, at Illinois,
Uh-huh.
or who, at Illinois. Low,
Perfect. All right, Lila, finish us up on line 12.
Baruch hu, Baruch, Baruch hu, Baruch, Baruch.
Yeah. Yeah. So, now that we have the two things, I'm trying to find, there was a line where they both were on. Line 10, right? You have that vowel with the dot in the different place. Baruch melech haolam, right? You have the u and the in the same sentence. And I'm sure it's in the same word somewhere. And at some point we'll run into it, but I can't think of the top of my head of what it is. Okay. I think we're going to stop there because I don't want to confuse you. The next letter is another nun. So I don't want to confuse you with the nun and the nun sofit. I am going to definitely record page 20. And then what I'm also going to record is I'm going to record, hold on. I'm going to record page 26, lines 1 through 10. Because all the other stuff we know. So I'm going to record page 26, lines 1 through 10. So I'm sorry to make you skip, but I think that's going to be a good review for everything we've learned up to now. And the yud is one of those toughies because it could be a vowel and a consonant. So I'll record page 20 in full and then page 26, lines 1 through 10. And let me just see, is there any other in there? Okay. Or maybe, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to do page 25 because there's a new letter in page 26 and I don't want to confuse you. Page 25, lines 1 through 8. And that for sure will not have any of the new letters in there. And if it does, then you're going to learn it when I do. How about that? All right. And then next week we'll learn one more letter and we'll do, and the review pages we'll do. And we will probably learn 3 or 4 letters next week to get us so that we can really get to the Pesach stuff. And we'll definitely spend 2 weeks. I think we're going to spend the 3rd and the 10th doing Pesach readings. And then whatever we, and then we'll go back to on after Pesach, because we're going to skip the 17th class. Well, after Pesach, we'll pick up and learn the rest of the alphabet. Not in one day, but we'll get there. Any questions? Anybody want a specific page that we should read over? Because we have time. And I'm happy
Question.
to do it. Yeah.
Maybe, and this might be for the group, because it just struck me, because I mean, I can't write Hebrew, but I think I know enough letters that I could read my name, my Hebrew name. So I'm wondering what everybody else, if everybody else has Hebrew name, and if, share it, we could,
Okay,
like,
that sounds
we know
good. All
those
right, I'm gonna
letters.
write it down. So Beth, you start.
mine is Baruch HaMalcha, which I think we know all those letters, but maybe we don't.
Brucha Malka.
Malka.
Yeah, we do know Brucha Malka. Absolutely. And you know what? Here's what I'll do.
Like, do we know yours? I think we know yours.
Mine, Lamed, Yud, Mem, Vav. Yeah, I think we do know mine. Hold on. Let me just go. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna look here and see if I can find this. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. First, I have to go back into the Zoom. I'm gonna share my screen because my handwriting is atrocious. So you could see my virtual keyboard, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's cool.
let me find, hold on, clear. It's going to take me a second here to do this. Bracha. Hold on 1 second. So this is Malka. Now, just so you know, whoops, hold on. Let me go back one. How do I clear one? There a backspace? Here's the backspace. Come on, backspace. With me. Where's my backspace? Oh, thought that was backspace.
Yeah, it's down by that vowel down. right
I
there.
know, but it's not working. And I don't want to clear all. I just want to clear this. Can I delete? Oh, there we go. So here you go. The only thing that I don't have here is in this cuff here, there should be a dot because, and this is something we didn't learn yet. No, we didn't learn it yet. This letter here is a chaf and it says ch. When it has a dot in it, it says k. So this would be your name, and this would have a dot in it too, the bet. Brucha Malka. And I can't find on this bottom part of the keyboard where you put the dot inside the word. But anyway, that is your name.
Awesome. So how is
Okay.
your, what's yours?
Mine is oops, I messed it up. Hold on. There you go.
Huh, cool.
You all read that?
Okay.
Lymor.
Okay. Who's next? Who wants to give me their Hebrew name next?
Mine
Right.
is
Rebecca,
Lila, what's yours?
Libby. Libby.
Libby. Okay, so that's going to be very much like mine.
Mhm.
And again, that bet has the dot inside, which I don't quite know how to do here. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know. No. Shift. Nope. Oh, well. Thought I knew. Libby. Okay. Lucero.
Rebecca,
So Rivka,
well, I say Rebecca.
right? But in Hebrew it would be Rivka, right?
Okay,
So you, again, we know
Right.
the vet. That would be where the vet comes in, where there's no dot inside. And you don't know this one yet, but
uh-huh,
that's the k sound. And we're just gonna pretend we know it for now, but we do.
uh-huh.
Okay. All right, Alice, do you know your Hebrew name?
Yes, there. Yes, there, Esther.
Esther.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
okay. So we don't know all of them, but we're gonna do this. That's my daughter's middle name, Esther. As, and again, we don't know that one, but now you know what it is. Esther. That's Esther. Okay,
Esther.
who don't we have? Terry, did we get you?
Tova,
Tova. Okay, so Tova, I think we know all the letters for Tova. Where's my Taf? Tova. There we go.
Wow,
Okay,
that's awesome. Thank you.
right? That's pretty cool. So, good.
That's really cool.
Yeah, excellent, excellent, excellent. So we have a couple of letters to go till we know everybody's, but I mean, I think again, at this point, reading, let's just take Shalom Aleichem, for example. If you're reading it, if you know Shalom Aleichem, for the most part, you can decipher what you've got because we've got so much of it, right? We've got about, I don't know, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We have about 19 or 20 more letters to go, or letters, sounds to go. But what we've got is in a lot of words. So, it's like Wheel of Fortune, RSTLNE. We've got a nice little base, even though it's not the full alphabet. Yeah. And we're going at such a good pace. Like I said, we can really devote 2 sessions to learning a couple of things from the Haggadah. And I had where had I put them? I had written this all down somewhere. Good question where I put it. Did I put it in here? No, I wrote it down somewhere. It might be on a little piece of paper in my office because sometimes I do that. Or did I write it on the back of this? No, I did not. Well, I wrote it down. I'll find it in the next week or so in my little papers. And, but I did write down a few. I went through the Haggadah. I wrote down a few pieces that are not too long to read, but yet things that you'll know how to read. And as we go through them, if I have to teach you a quick sound, I think if there's maybe 2 letters that I'll have to teach you those 2 weeks to go through them, but at least you'll have time to go through them from the 3rd to the 10th. On the 10th, we'll go through them again. Any questions, anything, and you'll be ready for your Seder that next Friday night. So I'm very excited to teach you a few of those so that you've got something there.